Hey guys, it's Raven here, back with part 2 of our Metaphor Refantazio walkthrough. In the last episode, we awakened to our power-up Archetypes, and we defeated our first little mini-boss and mini-dungeon. We are going to be doing quite a bit more fighting in this episode, so glad to have you back. There is an important thing to do while we are here at camp. There is a gold beetle over here that we can only get at this portion of the game because you can't come back to this area. So do make sure if you're playing along that you go ahead and grab that. And you can talk to our companions a little bit, but we can just go ahead and check the fire so that we can go to bed. What was that power in you, I wonder? Gria seemed to know something about it. Well, hey, I say use it or lose it. That said, let's take care of the rest of the day off. Yeah, let's get some rest. Good, I'm pooped.
Can't sleep? Guess I'm not surprised after what we just went through. Still, you've got to keep yourself rested to be at your best.
You're right, Gallica.
I know, I will.
I wanted to tell you, though. When the human attacked, I heard a strange voice. It told me my duty would be to guide you. What do you think it meant? I mean, I haven't exactly been much of a guide so far. All I told you was that we had to deliver our message, and that almost got you killed. I never expected it would be this dangerous, and it feels kind of like it's my fault.
It's not your fault, Gallica.
It's not your fault.
You say that, but look, I can't fight with you. But as long as you're up against all this scary stuff, I'll try to help however I can. You've got something special, you know. I don't know what it is just yet, but I believe in you. Oh, hey, you know what insomnia is good for? Catching up on reading. If only our lives were anything like the world in your novel. It's just war after war here, with Magla arts fueling the flames, but it's a nice fantasy. Enjoy it while you can. Good night.
Well, hello. Nice to meet you. I've been waiting. And now you've acquired a most interesting power. You truly are an intriguing one. Fascinating. In the moments where your heart is most gripped by the book, I can reach out to you. My name is Moore, and I am the humble author of the novel you've been reading. You stand now in my study. Quite something, isn't it? A hall of wisdom, purpose-built for the research of certain powers. I call it academia. Alas, it's as much a prison as it is a library. His most merciful majesty saw fit to lock me in this place. It has me a bit addled, honestly. I no longer remember where in the kingdom my study actually lies. I never imagined my voice would reach beyond these walls. Until you appeared. And now, by whatever strange forces are afoot, I can speak directly to your mind. So, what would you say to an alliance?
Alright, what kind of alliance?
What kind of alliance?
There must be more you wish to know. For instance, the nature of this fascinating power you've awakened to. I believe you have found a way to wield true magic. You need no petty conduit of mortal make. You can even change your appearance using the raw magma within. It is above all a mystic, long-hidden art, now the stuff of legend. What I have come to call archetypes.
Archetypes?
A spirit of heroic virtue. a transformative power that manifests only in those who embody the heroes and kings of old in some core aspect. Heroes of antiquity are often depicted as near mythic figures, with forms transcending the mortal. These accounts are no mere allegory, but truth. However, none of my records describe anyone wielding such power as freely as you. Perhaps you are meant for not just proficiency, but mastery. In their truest form, archetypes represent the power of a true hero. One who can drive away calamity and evil in this world, no matter its form. Indulge me this request, and I believe my dream may yet be possible. Together, we can restore the kingdom's ideals. I shall gladly provide you knowledge and assistance to master your newfound power. So what say you? Will you take my hand in friendship?
All right, you got a deal, boss man.
Okay.
The bargain is struck then.
I hear a voice from somewhere.
The scholar in search of utopia. More. Within him dwells the virtue of the seeker. Nurture thy bond with him, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Now let's see what manner of story you'll weave.
Alright, so if you've played any of the Atlus games before, any of the Persona games, then you might notice the sort of relationship system. So there are 8 ranks with each of the characters that you can have form a bond with, as they call it in this game. And at each rank, it seems like you get abilities associated with them. So because we've struck the bargain with more, we get to study the Seeker archetype and teach it to our followers if we so wish. And we are able to change people's archetypes when we are here in academia. So as you can see, there is our first archetype slot. All of these little hexagonal markings indicate different ones that we can have, with each of them that have more than one segment indicating like a growth rate for different ones. So we'll get more into it as we get more archetypes. I can sense the heroic embodiment of the Seeker from more. And this is basically going to explain what I just did.
We'll meet again, I'm sure. Here's to our joined path, and the thrills that yet lie ahead. The royal funeral draws ever closer. 5 days remain.
All ready then? From here on, we travel in secret. If we're to get back into the capital, we'll have to do it undetected. So we'll cut through the forest, find the abandoned mine shaft in the mountain, and take the tunnel to the other side.
That way they'll never see us coming, huh?
Lad, you'll be our vanguard. It'll be a trial by fire, but the sooner you get used to that power, the better.
Speaking of, you were talking like you know something about it.
Not much. Just what I've picked up from missions in the early days. I've only heard it's a power found in those who walk a righteous path. Sounded like superstition to me, but everything's always clearer on the battlefield. Once I saw it in action, I could tell it was no fable. Never thought it'd come back to haunt me. Despite all my training and research, I never managed to master it myself.
Huh. It really is something special, then.
Don't forget, one wrong move and I'll cut you down.
I'm aware.
I'm watching you.
Yes, I get it. Just trust me, all right?
Right. Let's check the map. This'll all be for nothing if we get lost.
This place.
Called the Nord Mines, apparently. Going through would put us near the capital, it seems.
That being the case,
This road should take us to Grand Trad.
All right.
We'll check for a way around. Next stop, Grand Trad.
this
Alright,
place...
so we'll go ahead and head towards the Nord Mines. The Nord Mines are full of complex paths, We can go through them to approach the capital undetected.
Don't let your guard
We'll be
down.
going through the Nord mines. Are you ready? Yeah, let's go ahead. We should hurry. Our focus on making it to the royal capital.
The Nord Mines, located northwest of Grand Trad. It is resource-rich with magla crystals. Its proximity to the capital simplified crystal excavation, but the Sanctus Church's sudden proclamation of closure stopped work in its tracks. Exiting the forest, the party continues along the wooded road leading to the derelict mine.
Mine should be just ahead. Don't stray off the path.
Huh?
Well, what's the matter?
What happened?
Maybe imagining it, but I can't help but feel we're being watched.
No.
This deep in the wilderness, though. Couldn't be. Sorry, I'm just on edge.
Don't let your guard
Looking
down.
for an opening to escape. Don't forget I have my eye on you.
Look at that!
Hey, look, up in the air. That large bird is known as a corvo. It stalks its prey from the sky, then goes in for an ambush. So what now? Like we needed another addition to our list of problems. Maybe we can hide and wait it out?
No.
No, we need to keep moving. We're already low on time as it is. Besides, let me guess. You could move much faster if I died back there and you didn't need to keep an eye on me. Come on, have a little faith.
Let's go.
Should I? If you're truly worthy, then demonstrate it. You need to move, don't fall behind.
Pushing forward.
Right, so as we go through this area, there will occasionally be monsters that come down the way to ambush us, so we just have to keep an eye out for that. And we're, of course, going to be grabbing our items when we can. Hold on, there's some wild dogs over there. Undos, those beasts hunt in packs. Should they come at us together, we'll be overwhelmed if we're not careful. We can't get the chance to surround us. We'll need to find a different path for now.
What's wrong?
Why do you hesitate, lad? Just a pack of wild dogs. Barely worth a moment's worry for someone such as you. Really? You still don't get it. So be it. Seems you need an impromptu lesson on the basics of combat. Pay attention, as is subject to confuse mistakes. First, take a good look at your foes. Consider, is this your first meeting or are you already familiar with them?
Got it?
Once you've assessed their strength, prepare your next move. If they're stronger, approach with caution. If they're weak, cut them down quickly.
Look.
Now, size up that hundo. What do you make of it? It's weaker.
Aye.
Indeed. You slipped out of death's grip at the fort, so this should hardly be a challenge. So we can use Gallica's Phase Sight in order to see what the level of the enemy. So blue means they're below us and we can kill them with basic melee strikes in the overworld. Yellow means that we are evenly matched, so to speak, and you will have to go into an actual combat. And red means that they are dangerous and you might want to avoid fighting with them. Once you level up both your character and your teammates to a point where the enemy, basically the game will do an evaluation of your comparative strength, and at certain points after you level up, then it will turn monsters that were previously on level down to below you, and so you can just go ahead and cut them down pretty easily. When engaging a weaker force, clear your mind and simply do what must be done. Put them to the sword. And then, like I mentioned, you can just kill them in overworld combat without actually going into a combat encounter when they're below you. Understood. Now try it for yourself, lad.
Give it a shot.
I see the enemy.
Forward! Push through! Come on! Dad, push through! Come on! Push through!
Did it!
Right. And you do get, I believe it's a portion of the experience as you do when you go into actual combat. when you do it in
solves that.
Overworld, but you don't have to waste any mana or worry about losing health or anything like that, so... That's right, I've got one more rule for you to keep in mind.
Got it?
Never drop your guard, even against weaker foes. On the battlefield, fortunes can turn if you let up for even a moment. Should that happen, change your tactics and fight together as one. Stay calm, and you'll be fine. And this is just saying that we can initiate squad battles on purpose. Survey the situation and use different methods to fight. Never stop looking for ways to seize any tactical advantage.
I'm counting on you.
There's no replacement for first-hand experience. Get comfortable with fighting before we reach Grand Trad. You need to make sure you can defend yourself.
That being the case,
Alright, so we are going to have a Corvo here, so we can come at it from behind. And we do want to make sure to avoid its strikes.
They're down.
And when it has that white outline like that, that means they got stunned. Okay, and this is just saying the retry mechanic that I explained in the last video. And we can also, if it's an enemy that we found, we can press the assist key. It might be different if you're playing on a different platform, and it'll automatically select the skill that you have that the enemy is weak to. These wild Corvos are only weak to Pierce, and we only have Slash and Wind, so we're just going to go ahead and melee up. Our ally should be able to...
Tougher than I thought.
It's unfortunate that he recovered from the stun right off.
I'll be getting a head start, thanks.
A little bit unfortunate there that he recovered right from the stun, and then Grius went for basic or a special attack, so we weren't able to retry, but that's fine. A little bit of damage. It's not gonna make or break us.
Come on, cat! Let's give him a fight!
Oh, we did get a crit. That's nice.
Take this! Still standing.
So whenever you get a crit or expose an enemy's weakness, you typically the attack only consumes half a turn icon, but because we haven't gotten that tutorial, it just gives us an extra turn icon. So good things. That means we didn't get hit by that enemy, so it's very nice. A little bit more XP. We're getting close to level 5.
There's more of them.
There they are. Attack these hound enemies.
How's that?
And as you can see, we did
Looks
level up.
stronger already.
So when you do level up due to overworld combat, the next time that you get level in combat, you'll get multiple points. Or alternatively, we can just go to... We might not be able to do it quite yet because we're still in the tutorial phase, but normally you can just go to the pause menu and select your party, and at that point you can select the main character and distribute the skill points. So, okay. So our main goal that we're going towards is going to be towards the left. Over here to the right is just side area, but we're going to do it for the XP. We just want to make sure that we hit the enemy in the back, because that'll build the stun gauge faster.
Push through! We have the edge! This could be our chance!
In one fell swoop.
Okay. And then I gotta check my notes, because I don't recall what Nodcrosses. They might be weak to wind. Yes, they are. Okay, so we can hit C.
Wind! Last one!
They're down.
So yeah, see, we have a flashing icon in the top left, which indicated that we hit a weakness, and that was the half turn icon that I was mentioning. So it functions just the same as a regular turn icon, but if you were to pass your turn, it would take the entire thing instead of just doing half. So that's basically the only difference. Let's go ahead and grab some more here. And there should be another enemy here.
Okay, let's give this all we've got! I won't
And we
hold
can go ahead and do another seek.
Just one left!
They're down. I knew you had this.
And pretty easily we're able to take that one out.
Was that easy, eh?
I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
We do have this merchant here.
What is it?
Haven't seen you lot around these parts before. You wouldn't be bandits now, would you? You seem a little dodgy yourself. You really think I look like a bandit? Ah, hell. Well, at the very least, I suppose you're not crooks. Guess I'm just on edge. I know it's funny to think so in a deserted place like this, but I feel like I'm being followed.
But
What are you doing in such a remote place? Whoa, I'm not your enemy, friend. I'm just a peddler. I'm a regular nearby, so I came for business, but the beasts are real bloodthirsty today, so I assumed a human appeared.
Pardon?
For instance, have you heard about the human who appears from nowhere and wipes out entire towns? Terrifying, no? My apologies, I didn't mean to sour the mood. Hey, would you lot be interested in buying something? Yeah, so we can go ahead and sell all of this stuff that we've been collecting so far.
Now then.
Everything in this exchange tab has no use other than to be sold, so no worries about that. You can also sell some of our recovery items or our weapons, armor, gear, and accessories once we get them. We do need to keep at least one medicinal herb for a quest here coming up pretty quickly, and then I recommend always saving your MP restorations. The rest of this you could technically sell if you wanted to, but we aren't in dire need of money quite yet. And he just sells medicinal herbs, medicine, and revival medicine, none of which we really need, so. Oh, have you found something worth selling? I can give you a good price. Plenty of stuff in these woods, lots of rubbish, but some materials too. You won't catch me scavenging for it today, though.
Thank you.
I'll stay put until the beasts settle down some. You find me something worth selling, well, you know where to find me. Alright, so we'll go ahead and continue on.
the enemy.
We do have another mob,
use your guard.
so it does...
Charging in! Alright, how's that? This battle's
It
ours.
can see us occasionally, so we do have to be careful of that.
Come forth,
We're
royal
going to use
soul.
Seek on the one with the highest HP, which should be this
Scour!
one.
Let's finish this!
Take this! Still standing.
And just make sure we don't take any damage to use Seek on this one as well. Technically that one was stunned, so there was a good chance that we could have just used our melee attack, but luck hasn't been going super our way, so
There they are.
better safe than sorry.
Maybe a precautionary heal wouldn't hurt.
More items. We do have another doggo. Okay.
Forward!
We did rank up our archetype as well. Okay, oh, yeah, I think... I'm just gonna say, I thought I heard something. That bird might have seen us, so...
I see the enemy.
All right,
Go ahead and take out the mob
Let's
here.
it's our chance.
Let's go!
And Seek.
Stay
That
sharp!
one's down.
And then our allies should be able to take out the other one.
I think I'm getting used to this.
Eyes forward.
Okay, we'll go ahead and continue on. There should be another Corvo that comes when we grab this. So.
Our usual tactics should work.
Let's do this.
Oh, he wasn't quite stunned. We will go ahead and Seek just to get some extra damage on this and hopefully take it out before it can damage us. Oh, and Stroll missed. Alright, we are going to take some damage here. Luckily did it both on Grace, who was the healthiest, so...
A tough one! Let's keep this up.
I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
I initiated the squad battle a little early there. I was supposed to wait until it was stunned.
Right there. Let's push through!
Like that.
We have the edge.
Now it'll be stunned.
Get in there.
We should just be able to auto-attack it. Hopefully it's not going to recover from stun just like that.
Not done yet.
What can I do? Badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
Okay, let's see if we can get him to avoid breaking the stun.
Take this! Still standing.
Tougher than I thought.
Alright, there we go. See, he retained the stun that time, so we aren't going to take any damage from this combat. You don't have to do that for every single one, but especially here in the early game, it's very important to get all the XP that you can.
I think that's all of them.
Really makes a difference with how far you can go in the dungeon, so... We're just about here at the Nord Mines. The air here has suddenly grown very intense.
Got a moment?
Hey, what's going on? We've been surrounded. Even out here, it would seem that the monsters are the least of our concerns. I know you can hear me, so show yourself. Or would you rather we come at you? Damn, awfully sharp for an old goat, ain't you? The bastards live long enough. Kill them quick. Okay, so we are here in another peril battle here.
I've never fought soldiers before, but I won't waver. Wind!
We automatically get forced to use Seek.
Never seen anything like it!
That's not an igniter!
Use your eyes!
It's our turn now!
And this is basically just a tutorial for the guard mechanic. So you can press the guard button to guard. It does consume a turn icon, but it greatly decreases the damage you take, and if they had a weakness, then they won't get an extra turn icon from it. So it's a very important mechanic. We can also, we are currently in the front row. I guess we can't move to the back row. Eventually, you can also move to the back row, and that will further decrease the amount of damage taken. While you're in the back row, you deal less melee damage, but you take less as well. So that'll be a strategy we use for our mages. We'll just go ahead and guard because they are going to be targeting us.
I can take it.
Take this!
Let's do this!
Watch out! You're barely holding it together!
Okay, and yeah, this is just explaining what I just did.
Barely holding
So
back.
we can go to the back row. I think we are going to need to heal up, so let's just go ahead and use Day on ourselves. Stay in the back row.
Die hard! It's our turn now!
Whenever an enemy misses, it does take away 2 turn icons from them, so that is very helpful.
Seeker!
So I think we can go ahead and seek just to make sure this guy dies.
Take this!
It's our turn now!
So they're targeting main character again, so we'll just stay in the back and guard.
Watch out!
Get ready! Blast!
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, our archetype is actually weak to fire. So let me see. Yeah, so if we wouldn't have been guarding there, they would have gotten an extra turn icon. So
Time for some close combat.
they make it really obvious in this first one, but later on, that's a consideration that the game won't always make
Got
for
no
you.
mercy for you! Hold still! Here they come!
And just basic attacking. One more round of this should do it.
Finish the job!
Tougher than I thought! It's our turn now! Coming at us!
At least you attack Rias. They're basically another tutorial battle. Good amount of XP from that. Are they soldiers from the fort? They survived. No, that couldn't be. They're simply deserters, aren't they?
No.
That's not what I'm asking. How would they have already mobilized the pursuit? I don't know, but I think it's safe to say I'm the least of your worries at this point.
Let's hurry.
In any case, we should probably keep moving. Let's go.
All right.
Here we are. It looks so creepy. Well, I guess you did say it was abandoned. Aye, the Crown Theocracy ordered it so. Despite the royal decree, I can see a hair of miners risking it all to come to this place, seeking the riches left within. Hey, I'll happily trade some illegal miners for the armed detachment of soldiers pursuing us. Shall we hurry inside?
Indeed.
You're not wrong there. Make preparations if you must, but be quick about it.
So?
We do have another opportunity to speak with the merchant here, but it did fully heal us up after our fight, so we should be good to just head on in.
Wait a second.
Wait. There's probably a bunch of shady miners in there. Will we be safe around them? Fear not. Most of them are the same miners who worked here before the closure. Besides, it'd be against the best interest to cause a scene and risk the Crown Theocracy coming down on this place, right?
Then,
Oh, sounds like they won't be a problem then. Are you ready? Let's go. If If our pursuers catch up with us, there'll be a whole mess of trouble that I'd rather not deal with. Let's move with haste.
However,
It's dead quiet here. Are you sure there's still people working here? It's quiet in stillness you feel. Those are your instincts alerting you to the bloodthirst in the air. Judging by the people who were after us before, then it's likely.
Stop! Don't move!
Halt, deserters.
Don't you dare move!
You're trapped like rats now. Lay down your arms and surrender peacefully. As I thought, we've walked right into an ambush. They've got us at a disadvantage, casting us in this narrow bottleneck. We need to turn back, now. It's no use. The entrance is already barricaded with soldiers. Surrender immediately. You've got nowhere to run. And if you don't comply, then the miners will pay the price for your insolence.
wait.
This is a misunderstanding. We're not deserters. We were forced to retreat. We had no choice. A human... Oh yes, we're well aware of your predicament. That's exactly why we can't have any survivors. Our orders are to let no one escape. Well, it seems we stepped into a whole damned conspiracy. We've no choice. We fight our way through. Here they come. Stop them, here and now.
There they are.
Okay, so they are going to be trying to attack us, so we can just hit them. They are weaker than us, so we can defeat them in overworld combat. We just have to keep in mind they are going to be trying to attack us, and it will do damage if they hit us in the overworld. So we'll just dodge their attacks. Make sure to pick up any items that we see. Camera is a little wonky in these narrow passages, so... Over there, someone's collapsed.
Hey, are you alright?
I told you. I didn't see no deserters. Please. Don't kill me.
The life has gone from his eyes.
What? Why?
To send a message, boy. Either we give ourselves up, or these innocents pay the price.
But the only one who could know we survived, and the only one who could send soldiers after us. Oh! Come on, let's move.
Gotta be that captain that's stayed behind.
Stop right there!
I see the enemy. Can't believe this.
We do have some more soldiers here.
Charging in!
Just dodge their attacks real quick. And I didn't see anything on the minimap, but I just wanted to check for posterity. The game does a pretty good job of telling you when things are available. Isn't that... Just as I thought. It all makes sense now. It appears that we're expected.
I knew I'd find you here. You were the only one who never went up to the fort itself, after all. It couldn't have been anyone else.
Who would have thought 3 sorry stragglers would make it past a whole unit of assassins?
Bastard. You never intended for anyone to survive. You knew the human would be there.
Naturally. You heard the reports. I only put more bait on the hook. I wasn't expecting that damn thing to be rampaging already.
You sent those soldiers to their deaths. Why?
Because the kingdom's guard is powerless before the humans, and only a pile of bodies will prove that to the public.
So someone wants the King's Guard disgraced. And when the people need him most, a savior rises as their shield. Is that your game?
Savior? Speak plain, boy. You think he's one of Luis's men?
A pitiful flock needs its shepherd. If a little blood is what it takes to show them who their real savior is, then that's a price easily paid.
That's why those sons and daughters died. For your savior.
They aren't the first. The soldiers cry for reinforcements, the villagers plead to be spared. But I know better than to confront a human.
A village? You refused. Wait, then you were the one who 7 years ago, the first Flames Day of June, a village in the northern hills was razed to the ground. A village called Harlia.
Well, yes, that might have been a name.
Then you made a fatal mistake, Klinger. You left one survivor!
Stay back!
Help me!
You played right into our hands, you know. This was the only road without checkpoints. A simple deduction.
You're a disgrace to your title. I may not make it out alive, but as for you, you're hopeless!
O thou who art seared with bitterness, O thou anguished traveler, it is time for thou to choose thy path. O lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
What?
What the? Oh, no! I can't fail Lord Luis. Without him, I've got nothing left. You struggle in vain. I won't let you rob me of my glory! This is the way of the real world, little lordling!
You call this real? Leaders abandon their people and the innocent die by their scorn. If that's the real world, then it can die alongside you! My name is Leon Stroll de Haliatus. My home and my family were taken from me. I am the last of my house. I am the last of my noble bloodline. And in the name of my people, I will strike you down where you stand! Come! I will show you a world with honor!
What is this?
Wait! He's got power like yours now? Well, better show him how to use it!
I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'll not cave to an empty threat like that! This ignite is all I need to turn you to ash! You lot, get to it! Cover me!
So he scampers off to protect himself, and his subordinates get to be his living shields. The man's showing his true colors. I'll fix the filthy coward with the end he deserves.
The igniter's powerful, but it takes care and calculation to wield. If you sense danger, steel your defenses and endure it.
Okay, so he's got Diagonal Slash as his only ability right now. We can hit either of the Mage Soldiers or Captain Klinger. The Mage Soldiers don't have any weaknesses, and I don't think Klinger does either, but we do want to take out the soldiers as they will buff them up and do a bit of extra damage, so...
Don't resist.
Do quite a bit of damage as well, so we just focus on one of them.
Still here?
Hopefully Grius will take out that one. Perfect.
Die!
Oh, please!
And this is just showing that Stroll is resistant to fire. So they buffed his defense, so we're just going to go ahead and take out this one as well.
You gotta aim better than that!
Let's stay calm.
The miss. That's awful. Okay.
Useless.
Die!
Hey, he did hit our weakness, though, which was a little rough.
Die!
Oh, please!
The audacity! Warrior!
Now let's try to actually hit this time.
You seeker!
So his defense is up, so we will be doing less damage.
Is there another way? I won't hold back!
Let's just go ahead and
We can
heal
do
up
this.
Stroll, make sure he's nice
I
and
owe
healthy.
you.
Die!
Watch out! You're
can't
barely
give up
holding
now.
it together!
Die!
Looks like our main character is going to be on healing duty.
You gotta heal up quick!
Warrior!
We'll just go ahead and keep using the slash.
by this power.
Die!
So luckily Grius isn't weak to that.
I call upon the
Go
royal
ahead and
power
just keep
within!
on laying into him. Basically just a damage race at this point. And we've got healing on our side, so...
Die! Die!
To reduce the amount of hits we take, we can just go ahead and heal with our main character, so... It should be fine.
Tougher than I thought. I refuse!
Better be sure.
And we should be able to kill him here.
Louise!
Good amount of XP, and we get the captain's uniform, which we can show once we actually get to our screen here. So Stroll leveled up twice and we leveled up once, so we'll be able to apply our points. Let me just check my screen real quick. Okay, so we're gonna put 2 additional points into luck and confirm that.
I shall rise to the occasion.
And then for the companions, you can't choose where their stats are allocated, but they do get quite a bit more per level up than the main character does, so.
Impossible!
Never expected a commissioned officer would end up a wild-eyed zealot.
How did I do all that? And without an igniter?
Just like him. Who are you two, really?
I'm Leon Stroll. Just a fallen noble from the countryside. Back there, Klinger mentioned a village that was raised by a human. They sent for help, but he abandoned them. Halia was its name. I'm the son of its lord, and now I know what really happened. We sent our fastest riders, but we were doomed from the start. If Luis was behind it, then that's all I need to know. He's the one who'll answer for it. I have my own reason to fight now. I don't want to be an ally of convenience alone, so once more, please, let me join your cause.
What do you say, Grius?
I say keeping an eye on you was too much trouble in the first place.
So you've no objections? What say you, friend?
You're always my buddy.
You're already one of us.
Thank you. I'll remember this. Now, onward.
The proud noble, Stroll. Within him dwells the virtue of the warrior. Nurture thy bond with him, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Okay, so we have rank 1 for Stroll, and now we can apply the warrior on any of our allies. And his is the start of a new archetype line. I feel struck by inspiration. I found a new way to harness this power. I can sense a heroic embodiment of the warrior from Stroll.
Did you feel that just now? What's going on? Does it have something to do with that odd magic? Now that I think about it, once you awakened, isn't it weird that Stroll followed not long after? What does this mean? Huh? Wait, what? Hey, where are we? What just happened?
Surprising indeed. Somehow you find yourself here once more. And a fairy. I thought their kind long extinct. Do they yet take refuge in the Elden Sanctum?
Hey! You gonna talk to me or just at me?
We meet again, my friend. Though admittedly sooner than I'd expected. Remarkably, another has awakened. What miracle is this? Yes, that same power now stirs in your companion. Another of the mighty archetypes. Do you recall our discussion earlier about how archetypes are an original form of magic?
Yep.
Well, more or less.
Consider this. As an elder, you are an outcast of society, yes? Your very identity is a kind of destiny you may defy but not escape. All mortals suffer under the weight of our burdens. But in facing and embracing that anxiety, you make it your innermost power. You find freedom. And so, the lives of those who overcome their hardships and embody the virtues within are passed down as heroic tales. Your companion, too, had his eyes open to his true path and claimed its virtue. That awakening is your doing, remember? He awakened to the archetype that protects you.
Hey, hold on a second! Who even are you? How much do you know? I'm warning you, if you mess with him, you're gonna have to go through me!
Ah, you two share quite a deep connection, don't you?
Well, we didn't always. But now we're partners to the end. We're linked down to the depths of our hearts. Right?
You got it, Gallica.
Right.
We trust each other. I've got his back and he's got mine. And that's all there is to it.
The mystical fairy, Gallica. Within her dwells the virtue of the mage. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Okay, so rank
I won't
1 with
lead you
Gallica
astray.
lets us study
That's
the mage.
the whole reason I'm here.
And we got our new archetype line. I can sense the heroic embodiment of the mage from Gallica.
Hey, wasn't that...
Fascinating. Do you understand what just happened? By connecting with others who have found their resolve, you awaken to new strength. And further, you and all your allies may fight with the strength of any archetype in your circle. As an example, your other companion, the fellow with the eye patch, he seems to have some training and knowledge regarding the wielding of an archetype. By his own account, nothing came of it. Yet if you so desire it, you can awaken the true power within him.
What? You mean Rias could use this power too?
The nature of the Seeker. No. Perhaps it is simply your own nature. You truly are remarkable. If you seek answers, then go and claim them. This right here.
What I'm about to show you is the lineage chart of the archetypes I've been researching. That said, there are many yet to see, and so it's far from complete. Each of you has your own chart. You will use these charts in the assigning of archetypes.
Now then.
Firstly, let us consider the one-eyed warrior who yet bears no archetype. Open Grius' lineage chart, please.
This here.
This is the chart that shows the power and connection of the archetypes. You can gain a new archetype by selecting one here and studying its powers. To study, you will need Magla, the source of all magic. But simply drawing from the Magla within yourself will put too heavy a burden on you. What this means is you will need to gather Mag from your battles and other sources. Keep that in mind as you travel. So it costs Magla to study, or Mag rather, to study a new archetype, and we can spend it by studying new archetypes, and we can basically give any of our companions any of the archetypes. To learn is to change oneself, they say. Here, you may be able to achieve that through the study of archetypes and their deepest secrets.
Now then.
Now, I'd like you to choose an archetype from among these. So we're going to go ahead and make Agrius a mage.
This right here.
An expert in magical attacks of 3 specialities: fire, ice, and electric. Such a broad palette of magical offense can be crucial to exploit enemy weaknesses. Note, however, that a mage's defenses are paltry at best. They cannot endure much harm, and they are best kept out of foes' attentions, or the battle will turn dire. They also tend to go through their MP fast, and a mage without MP, well, they're practically dead weight. You'll have to use your magic strategically to succeed.
Alright.
500 mag is required to channel the mage. Is this the archetype you've chosen? Yes.
Sure.
Yes, he's earned my trust.
Of course.
So be it. Following you and the young man called Stroll, another worthy wielder of archetypes joins your ranks. From this sanctum I shall speak to the heart of the man within the eye patch, Grius. Feel his resolve and let a new soul dwell in his heart. I hear the voices of past heroes' souls. O worthy heart who tempers anxiety into strength, If thou art prepared to pursue knowledge that surpasses the natural logic of the world, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the mage.
What did you say?
What is this? Is it truly an archetype? This is the same magic I once strove for. I can't believe it's finally in my grasp.
I see.
Fascinating.
Useful.
That man with the eye patch should now have awoken to an archetype. Similarly, I can imbue you and that noble youth with a new archetype power, Feel free to experiment now and from here on. Okay, so we're good with Stroll being a warrior, but I'm gonna go ahead and put mage on our main character as well.
Fascinating. This right here. All right.
And that is gonna use up the remainder of our mag for changing.
Of course.
And this is just the same information that we already got with
New
Grievous.
skills, new possibilities.
There, basically as an explanation for my choices, there are going to be a couple of bosses in the next couple of areas that are weak to ice, so this will help us get some more turns. We do still need somebody that can dish out good physical damage, which Stroll is going to be the best at with his warrior archetype and his high strength, so that is good. Grievous also, if I'm not mistaken, has really high strength. But it's more important that we have some coverage, so giving him some coverage as well is going to help. And as a brief spoiler, we're not going to have Grievous for too much longer, so we're not going to bother upgrading multiple archetypes when Stroll is already a warrior. And then this is just a tutorial on Academia, and we now have the basic main menu and all of that. So we can check these mystical scrolls. The scroll has shapes of languages I've never seen before. It must be some kind of formula. It says the Royal Magica at the top. That's a formula for a rather complex spell. When a mages devise such intricate magic, they commit the formula to scrolls and events. Hold on, are you saying that the king himself wrote this? Why would it be here of all places? I couldn't begin to tell you. Perhaps the previous king had his reasons for imprisoning me here after all. I would love to decipher its contents, but it will take a good amount of time, and it's written in a script I've never laid eyes on before. But before you go, there's just one thing. Would you mind taking a look at the very end of the scroll?
What's this?
This drawing.
Take a look.
Indeed, it bears no more than a simple illustration, but do you not think it bears some resemblance to the Seeker archetype? Moreover, it bears a caption, and mysteriously enough, of all the language therein, that is the one part I am able to parse. It says Raven, likely the name of a person, unmistakably so, though I could not begin to tell you why I feel so certain. A person's name.
Hang on a second.
Well, that's certainly a mystery on top of an enigma. Makes me wonder what it says.
Adieu.
Should you learn anything new, I would appreciate it very much if you'd share with me. Please examine the scroll whenever you have learned new truths. So we get a memorandum, like encyclopedia-like entry for that. We can check on the cat. And pet the cat, of course. Don't usually see this kind of cat in the city, huh?
This cat, you see.
Cute, isn't he? I named him Plateau, but the only solace as I'm confined here. Looks like Plateau wants to give me something. I obtained a hero's incense.
That's a good boy.
Oh, looks like he's taken a shine to you. That's a valuable item, so do hold on to it. So heroes as incenses are items that we can use to upgrade our affinity for a certain archetype. So if I check my archetype here, it has no experience, which is the A experience or archetype experience. If I use that item, it'll boost it. You also boost it just by doing battles, so we're just going to wait for that to happen. But it is nice for later on when you want to master a bunch of archetypes, having a store of those types of items can help. From here, we can also set our default formation. So we can set Will to the back and Grease to the back since they are mages, and they will start automatically in the back line in battles. And since they're going to be using primarily magical attacks, it doesn't really matter that they start in the back because it'll just increase their defenses. For Stroll, it does matter because physical damage is affected by being in the back. So we'll keep him in the front, and then if we need to use melee attacks on our mages, we can just move them forward during the battle. And we'll also go ahead and check this squad tactics handbook. And then this just goes over all of the tutorial entries that we have already. So we can go ahead and leave academia now.
My young friend, you are truly as remarkable as I first believed. Others fated to awaken to their own power will be naturally drawn to you. To reach the lineage of power's greatest potential, you must acquire more archetypes and bring them together. After all, a hero without allies is nothing more than a lone dissenter. To save the many, you must learn to fight with the power of many. Only a champion of the people may awaken the power of heroes, and with it, seize a future of their own making. When next you come to see me, I hope it shall be of your own volition. Open my book, then let your imagination conjure this place anew, as vividly as you can make it. I'm sure that will be enough to reunite us. As long as you walk your path, I shall faithfully watch over you. May we meet again.
What? Where are we?
You two all right there? Looked as if you were in some kind of trance.
Trance? Wait. Have we been here this whole time?
It was strange. As if I felt something in the air. My senses sharpened near tenfold. It reminded me of my old days studying magic.
What? So that wasn't a dream. Grius, that's probably his power. You studied back at the Sanctum, right? I know you couldn't get the hang of it then, but I think we might have just awakened it.
Told the two about the term archetype and the gist of what I learned.
Awakened it? But that... Who are you people? The truth, if you would.
Look, in all honesty, we barely know any more than you do. But the short version is, well, I think you can use that power now.
I think you might be right. The way it feels is... Well, this is magic, eh? I'd all but given up on it, but... Fate had other plans, it seems. Enough. We must move on. There is far to go still. And lad, I follow your lead now, at least when it comes to how we use these skills in battle. We haven't the luxury of time to train with magic.
Same here. You've clearly got a sense for this, and I'd rather make myself useful than muddle your strategies.
Alright, so now we can control
We've
our
5
party
days
members'
until the
turns.
funeral. That's precious little time, and we'd best not waste it.
Look!
What's up?
What's the matter? You don't see anything? You don't sense anything, or what are you on about? So no one else really sees him? Maybe we're the only ones who can go to that room. Oi, are you all alright?
Pardon?
I saw a dead miner and assumed there had been some accident, but looking at it now, that isn't the case at all. Are you okay? I am still in one piece. I didn't run into any monsters, neither.
Is that true?
How did you get in unharmed? I'm certain the entrance and exit were sealed off by soldiers. Soldiers? I didn't see anyone. Only one I saw was that pasty fellow who looks like some kind of general. You mean Klinger? But we left him splayed out over there.
Huh?
What? He's gone.
Damn it.
Damn, we need to go after him. It'll be bad for us if he returns with reinforcements.
No.
Even B. There's no one else left, I wager. He was bluffing about sealing off the exits. And on top of that, he failed to finish us off. He won't be able to return to Louise as anything but a disgrace.
Sure.
You're right, let's leave him be, at least for now. It's not like he can go back to the military either after what he said to us. I've no idea what this is all about, but I'm relieved. I was worried everyone would be dead in here. I'm gonna be around for a while. If you need anything, you know who to ask. Alright, so if we talk to Moore's Shadow, we can go ahead and go back to Academia. And then we can go ahead and buy some more stuff. Looks like one of his friends was there. It ain't your fault. Mining is dangerous to begin with, and they were doing it illegally. They all knew something like this might happen, and I'm just as guilty for helping them. I suppose things were destined to end this way. I should just take the hint and close up shop. Yes, I've decided. If I'm quitting, then I might as well go out with a bang. Even my secret sash is on sale now.
Come highly
I'm
recommended.
even clearing out my stock of weapons and armor, typically reserved for just my regulars. So we'll go ahead and sell some of the additional items that we've got. And we can buy new weapons. So this machete is for the secret archetype, which we're not using. The bastard sword is for the warrior, which we are using, but we're going to be getting a better one in here. And the acacia rod is something that is going to be a benefit to both of our characters, but we'll just buy one for the main character and equip it on him. Then as for the armor, the bone vests are good for both of the boys. It's only a small upgrade on Brius. And the Pilgrim's Cloak does give us a boost in magic, but that doesn't affect us too much. So I'd rather you just get the Bone Vest. I'm just going to buy one for Stroll, because he's going to be our primary tank. And then we can get these items as well, but we will go ahead and hold off. We don't have a ton of money, and we do need to buy some things later on.
Thank you.
Much obliged. You lot take care of yourselves, you hear? Don't be shy about restocking if you're running low on supplies. We can go ahead and talk to this miner that we saved. Oh, that was nearly it for me.
I'm sorry.
Sorry you got dragged into all this. Most of the God's soldiers aren't unhinged maniacs, if it helps. Right. Considering you're apologizing, I guess you aren't the bad guys. I see why Klinger stooped to using hostages as bait. A worthless captain, but he certainly had an eye for new recruits. A surefire tactic against your like. I am heartily ashamed. That aside, you're not passing through these caves, are you? You'd best turn back now, if so. Something nasty in the air lately. Those gelatinoses jiggling around there. They're not just little jellies anymore. They're downright dangerous. Tried chasing them away, but a blade doesn't do much to them. Fire's our best shot, or getting someone with an igniter to blast them. Didn't used to be so many of them around. Now there's so many we might never clear them out. This place is a right monster's den these days. All I'm saying is, it's a long way to the other end of the mountain. No man could get through that unscathed. But the king's funeral is upon us. We haven't the time to look for other routes.
Yeah.
Not much we can do then, but we should at least make sure. We can use some magic. So that's the game's hint that you may want to have some mages in the party. And I did just want to check something really quick, because I don't know if Brius starts with. No, he doesn't start with a magic igniter, so. Just his unique captain's uniform, which gives him some endurance and agility, and his strength. That should just be fine. Actually, I think we should be able to just give him the innocent gloves, because we don't need him to have strength. And we will give that to Stroll, because they have a tiny bit more defense. Okay, and we do have another character down here.
Hi.
I wouldn't go any further if I were you. The mining area has felt strange lately. Not just monsters, there's some dangerous magma crystal that mesmerizes them, and so the others claim. It's a thought of mere superstition, but either way, it's not normal. Just be on your guard. Alright. And we do have an item right here, and it's just another sellable item, so we can go ahead and give that to the merchant if we want, but we don't have to sell that right now. So into the next area is going to be some more fighting, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it off there as it is about time. And thank you so much for watching, guys, the second part, and I hope you'll join me for part 3 in the rest of this series. Until then, see you next time. Peace.